Hey Heifers, and welcome to Angus IT, the podcast all about anxiety, depression, and the unexpected. So last episode, I was talking about how everything in my life seems to be happening at the same time. Within a 2-week span, I basically moved, got a new job. Life just kind of did a flip. And life did another flip on me, which, you know, I thought I'd hit my quota on things I'm questioning about in my life. You know, it's like, where am I going? What's my career? What do I want to do? How do I want to pursue my hobbies? You know, all that fun stuff. And then I got in a really bad car wreck. I'm okay overall-ish. I am in pain. Seatbelts. Thank you for existing, but ouchie, ouchie. It was pretty bad. My car is totaled. I won't go into too many details right now. Maybe I'll talk about it later, but, you know, there's things I'm filing and stuff, so we'll see. But basically, scariest moment of my life, I would say. And the EMTs and police officers and the ER doctors were like, you're lucky to be alive, let alone being able to walk away, essentially. The ER was fun. That's always a fun time. You know, especially during COVID, but luckily there was space for me. And again, like overall, I'm okay. I got to walk away from that. But that wasn't like good timing. I would say, like, you know, when you want to time the accidents in your life, this one didn't show up on the Google Cal. I didn't get the invite. I didn't get a notification. I feel kind of blindsided, to be honest. And I don't know where to file my complaint. I have a few, but yeah, basically, not great. If I had had a passenger in my car, they would probably not be here anymore. So that's just a whole other thing. So I'm like achy. I have had a muscle relaxer. Why did it all of a sudden hit right there? I've had a muscle relaxer. It really hit hard a couple hours ago. I feel fine, except for that glitch we all just got to experience. Fun. Mentally, you know, we'll get into that probably later in life, but classic. I'm going to be scared of the road, not looking forward to driving whatever new car I get. Isn't that funny also? Oh, y'all will love this. Okay. I've complained about my back windshield before on here and how it got wavy and it's like impressionist art. And by the way, the back windshield was not involved in the car accident, so no worries in terms of that being the cause. I was completely not at fault, which is the other fun thing. It was completely out of my hands. You know, fun stuff. I love not having control of a situation. But that back windshield had been bothering me, and I had learned that in South Carolina, you get a free windshield with your insurance because we have so many potholes that rocks fly up and our roads suck. So that was the solution instead of, you know, repaving the roads. Well, I think we're working on it. It's been a hot second. So we get a free windshield. Doesn't count for the back windshield, alas. So I was just kind of figuring out what to do. My car is from 2007. It's old. And I was like, I don't know if I really want to throw money at it. And then especially now with my like chaotic financial stuff going on, like I was just like, I don't know. I get in this crash. My car is totaled. Like the passenger seat and the back door on the passenger side, like passenger door ended up coming in almost to my elbow. Okay, like my hubcap popped off, like everything got hit. My trunk, I hit a pole from the back at one point, so my trunk got all messed up. And yet, through all of that, the front windshield had cracks in it, didn't shatter. The back windshield was fine. It was in perfect shape, not a single crack, not a single chip. That little spiteful bitch made it through a horrible car crash. So that's, another funny thing, I had needed to get an oil change. I just gotten the notification and I was like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. And, my wish came true. Now I don't need to get my oil changed. Oh, that's so great. So, but not like really fun. So that's kind of been my focus the past day. This happened yesterday. And it made me think kind of about the collisions we have in life. Those like unexpected things that hit us that you can't prepare for. And, sometimes we have those, I don't know if they're not called daydreams, but nightmare scenarios you go over and over in your head for no reason. Like, if there's a shooting in this mall, what am I going to do? And you play out the whole thing in your head, even though you're not even going to a mall, or you try to figure out what all the possible consequences of horrible situations could be because you're like paranoid. It's like, oh, if someone robbed my house, what would I do? And you go through all those scenarios. So you always think it, but you never know what you're going to do until it happens. And you also don't know when it will happen because these things aren't planned. That's what makes them unexpected. Surprise. Delight. Wrapped in golden foil like a candy bar. I've had a lot of unexpected pivots recently, and I'm sorry if I'm going to repeat a lot of last week's episode. It's just kind of hitting different now. I never thought I would be in the position I am. And, I'd wanted a new car for a while. This was not the way I wanted to do it. But hey, now it's happening. And I'm just going to try to radically accept all of this stuff because it's not like I can change it. I can't change what happened. I can't change the fact that, I think for a while I got really mad at myself in terms of the job, that it took me so long to start applying again, really seriously. But I also realized that I was very broken. I was burnt out. I was tired and I didn't know what I wanted. And even though I maybe could have gotten this kind of job earlier, I don't know that because I don't think it would have been open earlier. So I can't play the what if game. Like, there's no answer to it. I just can keep coming up with things of, oh, it could have gone this way, but I'll never know. And I needed to go this way. So, that's easier said than done, to just accept what's happening in your life. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do now, I guess. Whereas before, I've just been trying to have ultimate control. And there are some things we can control, right? Like, I can make a plan, I can go after it, but I can also accept that maybe I know kind of feebly where I'm going, but faintly, y'all, let's just blame the muscle relaxer. Why can I not say that? Oh, muscle relaxer. Muscle relaxer. Muscle relaxer. Okay, we're good. You can't fully prepare yourself for things either. There is no, you can do a ton of drills, but then you never know what you're going to do when something bad happens. I think sometimes I paralyze myself with all the decisions I could be making, and I think about the progress I should be having on things, and really all that does is make it more complicated than it needs to be. I think I overcomplicate a lot of stuff. I make my flow chart of, okay, do you want, I'm going to use a really basic example, like, do you want chocolate ice cream or vanilla? And then let's say you choose vanilla, and then it's like, okay, do you want French bean or regular? Okay, do you want it in a cone or a bowl? Okay, well, if they don't have this cone, what this cone? And you just keep going. And I guess that is just like basic decision making. But sometimes if you go too many, if you create too many branches off of your flow chart, then I don't know, you spend so much time doing that, whereas you can just try to be more present, which I'm sure you hear that all the time. Be more present. I hear it all the time. Sometimes it clicks, sometimes it doesn't. And I agree with it. I think it's good to kind of be focused where you are now. Don't get hung up on the what ifs of the future. Again, pre-planning is different, but you can't dictate your life in such a way. I can't know what jobs will be open in the future. I can just know what I want. I can know what, areas I want to go into. And that's what happened to the library. I hadn't even really considered it. And then I went to their website and I saw that they had an opening and I thought, sure. So, that wouldn't have happened earlier, like a month after I'd left library, or my old job, a month after I left my old job. And so I think it all happened the way it needed to. It just felt very wrong getting up to this point. But hey, I'm here. I'm here. It's good. Working at the library, guys, has been so awesome. It is the perfect chill environment. Everyone is so nice. I get to be like a help to the community. I'm not stressed even when it gets busy because it's just so nice. Oh, it's so good. And I get to check out books while I'm there. I haven't checked out a physical library book in years. I usually do the ebooks or audiobooks, but I have 3 physical books now. And since due to the accident, I'm not allowed to go back to work until later this week, basically the end of the week, I have a lot of reading time on my hands, except I have to figure out everything car and insurance related, which, as you can imagine, is definitely my favorite thing. I love calling strangers to talk about things I kind of know nothing about that are like relating to a scary thing. That is my absolute favorite hobby. I've been trying new things. I'm not sure how this is going to relate, but I think it will. I think that's why it came up. And I went ice skating in South Carolina, which is hilarious to do that in August because that's one of the hottest months of the year, I'd argue, August, July. Apparently we have ice skating rinks in Charleston, and apparently we have a hockey team. I don't know. These are things I never knew, and I'm glad I know them now. So we had a friend who was like, let's go ice skating. And I don't like anything unstable where I have to learn balance, like horseback riding, I hate. And I've done rollerblading and I did ice skating once, not fans of it, but I went ice skating and it was terrifying. And I did eventually get better. It was a huge mental game, but basically, slippery ice with sores on my feet doesn't really sound like the best. However, I would love to get good at it because wouldn't it be so quirky and fun if ice skating was my pastime, but I lived in South Carolina? Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. So even though I was kind of terrified the whole time, I did actually enjoy the fact that I was just trying something so random and new. And that was just a great moment that I think we're not post-COVID by any means. We're just more I don't even know if we're more open. We're more in the know, I guess, of things. I don't know. A little thing. What am I trying to say? Things are open up enough that I can start doing activities like that. And I'm glad I did it. And I kind of want to keep doing that. There are a lot of cool museums around here I've never been to. There are things I want to do. And, I guess after the crash, I kind of really want to up that, but I also don't want to go anywhere. It's so funny. People think after those life-changing events, you're going to instantly become a better person and stuff. And so far, I'm just eating fries. That's what I've been doing for the past, 2 days. Just eating fries. And it's been really great. Great therapy for me. I know I went off on a tangent and I don't remember what I was talking about aside from the ice skating. Yeah, basically I did something fun this week and that was nice and it was different. And that's another thing, maybe a fun, unexpected thing. The opportunity came up. I said yes. I had a good time. I'm glad I said yes. Could have easily said no based on my past experience. And even when I first got on the rink, I was like, I don't want to be here. This is awful. I made a terrible decision. But I kept trying. And then I did eventually leave the wall, which was exciting. And then I did fall, which was not exciting, but I was good. I was fine. And then the next day I got in a car crash. And now I got bruises everywhere. I'm drinking a lot of pineapple juice. Apparently that's good for bruises, but I don't know what other side effects I'm going to have if I'm going to turn into a pineapple. I don't know if do wild animals eat pineapple? I feel like they got a good defense mechanism, but I've never considered if a species would go after a pineapple. Are they the most invincible fruit out there? Let's see, guys. Squirrels, raccoons, possums, monkeys, and rats eat pineapples. Not even the spikes and rough leaves get in their way. Weird. Okay, well that answered that question for me. They are not invincible. You weak little fruit. So pineapples and fries. It's it sounds like a vacation or a good rom-com novel. Maybe I'll do that during my time off. I also came back to this podcast and then things kept happening, pushing back everything, which is annoying for me on my side. Hopefully it's not annoying on your side, but I just want a normal week. And I'm sure I've had it. It just doesn't feel like it. So, fingers crossed, we're good. To-do lists have been helping me. I'm probably going to get a planner because now I have things in my life going on that I need to plan, which is exciting. I used to love my planners and then I stopped using them because I didn't have anything going on. And now I've got shifts that change. I've got appointments I need to deal with now. I still need to close out my old apartment. That's just also casually hanging out there. So I think once that's done, I'll just feel a lot better. Hypothetically, I'm getting a rental car tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm trying to get at with this episode. Maybe you can infer. Can you do the work for me? I feel like I've asked you to do that for the past 3 episodes, is to do the work for me. And I guess I have to keep asking because you aren't. You're not holding up your part of the bargain. It's so rude. Do my work for me. You are all my interns, and this, you're not getting paid. It's just really great exposure for you to be on an indie podcast about mental health. We have a huge audience. Last episode, I also talked about how I have no idea what's happening in the future, and I guess that continues. More so, I don't know. You know, when you don't expect something and it shakes you up like this, it is in a way easy to stay in the present. I mean, I do kind of keep replaying the crash in my head, but I also just kind of don't care about the future in terms of how am I going to figure out getting the insurance claim through and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I did my to-do list for today. Now I'm going to eat ice cream and fries and watch something on the television. Maybe the muscle relaxer is still hitting. Maybe that's what this is. And we're going to blame that instead of my brain, my smarty, juicy brain. Oh no. You know, I always try to take naps, but Fern doesn't believe in naps and she wakes me up with her pointy claws. She just is like, me time, wake up. If I'm awake, you must be awake. So I did go to sleep. And then I woke up to her and I was very groggy, and I guess I'm still kind of in that state. Case in point, my yawn. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm glad that I somehow survived that car crash. And I don't think, maybe that's what this episode's about. Why the fuck am I not just instantly a better person because something bad happened to me? Isn't this how people get inspired and they write books and they become motivational speakers and they make millions? Like, why am I just sitting here eating fries? Oh, I'm not wearing sweatpants right now. I'm actually going to change after this. I've decided. I wore shorts for the real world. I got to go to the towing company and see my car in the lot again. They had to pry open my glove box in my trunk so I could get my things, which was cute. I saw the world, and then now I'm back inside it, and I'm just icing myself. Which, let me tell you, icing a seatbelt bruise is weird because you have to cradle the ice like a baby, and then I just have to keep shifting it because it's, seatbelt, that's pretty long. And then I also got things on my knees, so maybe I just need to do an ice bath. Maybe I just need to go to the ice rink, strip down, and just roll across the ice. I will be the Zamboni. Oh, that sounds fun. Possibly illegal, so maybe I'll go at like 2 a.m. or something. And then clearly that would be the healthy option, is to roll naked in a public ice rink during COVID. Namaste. I think I'm going to try to get back into writing. I was working on writing a book. I think I need to change directions with how I was doing it, but I really like the idea. And, it just, why not? I don't know if any of this is making sense. I think this episode is kind of like a why not, or what is happening. This is probably more of a documentation of how I'm feeling. And hopefully that's been insightful somehow. I don't know. I think things age well and we go back. You know what's weird? Sorry I keep talking about the car crash. I didn't really plan to do that this much, but I think a very long time ago, ironically, it was an episode I think called Car Troubles and Accidental Grief. And my battery had died for like the 5th time in 2 months with my car. So that's weird that this timing lined up again. Because the accidental grief is about, I had a best friend who I'd known throughout childhood, and she died of a fentanyl overdose. And what I do is every year on her birthday, I go get a pack of red vines. And if you don't know what those are, they're basically not great tasting Twizzlers that are a little thicker. And if you bite off both ends, it creates a straw. And what we do, at least in the Midwest, is we will then get our Dr. Pepper and we'll make a red vine straw. And then you drink the Dr. Pepper through the red vine straw. So that was something my friend and I loved doing. We both got red vines to follow us, which was, Yeah, I'm a celebrity, guys. Don't worry. So I go and get red vines and Dr. Pepper, and that's my thing. So what I was doing that morning was I was going out to very quickly, I didn't want to see people. I was just going to quickly run to Walgreens and see if they had red vines, because I'd checked like 5 other places and no one had red vines. And I don't like blame them. Like, I don't blame them for not having it. It was just very inconvenient for me for my once a year purchase of red vines. So I was going to go to Walgreens, I was going to get it. And then as I was turning, that's when I got hit. So didn't get my red vines until today. Yay. I found them. But I don't really know what to make of that I got in this crash. I somehow walked away and it was to get red vines to celebrate my friend. I don't know. But so this has just been a really great time overall. Just having lovely things compile together. I'm just trying to express gratitude right now, I think. And, I try to be good about that, but I'm just going to really lean into it instead of trying to focus on fearful what ifs. Like, when someone tells you you're lucky, that's sometimes comforting. And then it's like, I don't know what the comparison would be to a backhanded compliment, because it's not that, but it's kind of like there's joy in being lucky, and then there's fear because there was a very good chance you weren't going to be lucky. And so having a lot of people, like in the ER, I had a lot of people be like, you must have had a guardian angel out there looking for you, out for you. Yeah, you're lucky. We thought we were going to have to use the jaws of life minimally. So for me, when I hear that, then I think of all the things that could have gone wrong, because it sounds like there was a high percentage of things that could go wrong. And it's just not helpful because it already happened. Of course, easier said than done to not do that. But I'm really good at denial. So it's, I think I'm doing okay. So yeah, also my voice sounds very, probably sad. I'm just tired and my neck hurts. So that's probably not helping. But I am okay. I'm just, there will be a mental hurdle. I'll talk about it later, but I am, I got out of it, and I think that's important. And what a fun life story I now have, and I went ice skating. Maybe that's what I'll say now when I have like horrible things happen. I'll be like, my house burned down, but then I went ice skating. So, whatever, I have a happy, all that happened, but at least I went ice skating. I think that's cute. I think that's usable in life. I'll call up Ray Dunn and ask if they want to put that on their mugs and their little poster signs. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I apologize. I feel like I haven't gotten to have like a normal episode yet, but yeehaw, the joys of Angus IT. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angus IT. That's Angus like the cow, I like the body part, and T like the drink. You can also go to www.angusit.com to check out all the show notes funsies. I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/AngusIT. All this crap got in the way of my Patreon again, but I promise I'm going to update it. I just keep having life happening in really weird, loud ways. So I'm so sorry. It will be live. I promise. You have my undying sorrow for your sorrows. My apologies. My deepest and sincerest apologies is what I meant. Okay, muscle relax for a moment. My DMs are open. I love chatting with you. You can also email me if you feel fancy. That's at angusit@gmail.com. I hope that you are safe, and I hope that you wear a seatbelt. My seatbelt saved my life. My airbag did not go off. And make sure you take care of your car, and don't run red lights, please. No, I hope you have a great day. I hope you win a free car. Ooh, great manifestation. I hope you win a new car and it's bitchin'. And with that, frickin' hell, Heifers, I will talk to you next Wednesday, and it's gonna be chill. Bye, Heifers.